Alright everybody, this is Bloodfencer talking. There has been a little bit of a tiny technical issue. For some reason while recording this video, I didn't have any... Oh gosh, this is annoying. For some reason when I recorded this video, it didn't actually record the sound. So now you're going... Now the entire video is just a big blank. With me reading these things out as per usual, which I'm not going to do now because that would be... I'm not going to read this first one. I'm going to try to read the other ones as they occur. But this is the grand finale of A Machine for Pigs. I'm actually recording a new line of documentary while watching the video, so you guys should be thankful for that. I'm recording and posting this on Monday. Usually Mondays is for Spelunky or Castle Crashers or pretty much anything indie. Anything that's an indie game that I want to play, and I didn't upload on Saturday for two reasons. One was because I was still sick, and the other one was because I was helping out a friend. I was busy all Saturday. I was helping out a friend move into his new apartment. We were assembling his furniture and picking up boxes and carrying them around and stuff like that. God damn it, my throat is still slimy as fuck. Anyway, yeah. So, now I recorded this today. No machine blades for Fatty Bishop and Gluttony Arrows. Prime cuts all for the sorting bins. And the very best, as always, back in the dumbwaiter to the kitchens above. To be stewed and plumbed and gravied and breadcrumbed and returned to the table for the next night's feast. And not every night, you see, although we have begun to increase the frequency of the final act. Unlike the poor, the rich will be missed given time. But we will continue to spoil and ready them, and our fine foods are now exported to mansions and lodges across London. And it has been noted that in the times of late, how rather overweight the great and the good are becoming, with the diets of fine wine and rich meat. Indeed, in Punch just last week, a cartoon showed Viscount Selden as a stuffed pig, laid upon a platter for his peers to dine on. A vicious and cowardly slander, no doubt, but he tasted delicious. So yeah, that's a journal pretty much depicting very openly that Mandus has gone all cannibalistic on society. He is feeding the poor and the wealthy as well with meat of their own comrades, rather than using his weird pig incarnations. There I'm wondering about where that ladder goes, and then I remember.
Will they be free? Yes, my friend. Drained and bled and freed from the prison of the flesh. Free to ascend as smoke to the stars.
And the good, the worthy, how will we save them?
Show me these worthy, Mandus. Show me these good. I do not see them.
So, the entire time, while he was under the machine's control, Mendes thought he was creating a better world for all the good people that he believes to be among the people. But the machine itself does not see any sort of good people. He just thinks they're all bad. So he wants total annihilation of the human race. And here comes another journal. Coolant pumps. I sense an opportunity. My first strike. Impeding these cocks with a large enough object should jam the flow of coolant, causing a pressure build-up that will split the pipes and rupture the tanks. And then I made a joke that this first bit sounded a little bit sexual. So yeah, I already fiddled with the... This is fun to watch. Ah, leg spike. Very nice. Big old leg spike. I already fiddled with my Bandicam. There's nothing down there on that platform. I fiddled my Bandicam settings to see where the problem was, and now I'm recording again with both my sound and the system sound. It's weird because before I always had the recording option. You have the option between recording Windows sounds, the primary sound driver, and your microphone. In my case, the Blue Yeti. And I always had it set to, and then of course there's an option that enables a secondary device. And I always had it just set to recording Windows sounds. So I don't know how exactly, but it seems that my Windows was set to listen to the microphone to some degree, and that's why I was able to record with just the one setting. But now I have to, if I want both the game sound and my microphone sound, I actually have to turn this on. Now I have to turn on the second thing. Excuse me while I take a sip of my plastic bottle. So this is how you sabotage a machine. You just randomly turn any wheels you can find, and then you flip switches until everything explodes. There, I thought I was getting hit by a pig or something, but the console is just electrified, and then you can't touch it anymore without turning yourself. This feels like such a bummer, having to record all the stuff I said again.
I know what you fear. I will rain excrement into your very soul. I will destroy you.
You are too late, Landers. My great works are almost begun.
More pigs there? Oh, I think I missed a note. Was that a note to the right? I think it was. Oh, bugger. Anyway, it feels really bad to record for over half an hour, and then you look at the final video and you notice that something is missing, and now all the stuff that I said is going to be lost. Not that I said anything particularly great, but it's still a bummer. It practically means that a bit of my... Oh, the path to the trippery. It is critically injured now, I'm sure of that. It jeers no more. I feel it shudder around me, a wounded animal pressed flat to the ground. I feel it is afraid of me, and I hate it all the more as I hate myself for unleashing it. My head pounds with blood, my teeth vibrate, I retch and burn with fever. I am an angel of death descending to smother the firstborn for the death of the two that came after. That last line is a little bit weird, because it's like he says that the machine was the first thing he ever created.
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs, towards the red light of the nursery, sunset in the window like a bleeding sky, the horizon a slit throat, the seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent. This priesthood is mine.
I can meet him, your great engineer. How marvelous. I must say, Mr. Manders, my excitement is almost unseemly.
Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor. I will be right behind you.
Manders? Manders, where the devil are you? I can't see a damn thing. Manders! We are the pig, Professor. We are all the pig.
We are all the pig. We are the pig! More pig! Oh, man. This video features a lot of monologues and slow walking. Ah, my children. You're finally reunited. No, what are you doing? No, don't do that, please! Ah, shit. The tiny twats teleported me. And now I stand in a river of blood.
In stillness now. Blue water runs in my veins, now I am clean. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this mill. I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
Not much else to say. Oh yeah, this is actually quite interesting. This is a big empty room. There's blood spilling from the walls, probably from another sort of canalization. And then there is that, an elevator, surrounded by bits of corpses. It's weird, isn't it? There's so much symbolism going on, and I don't quite understand it all. I'll be honest with you guys. I understand about it. I understand as much of this as the next guy. There's a quick loading screen.
Hear me, Mandus. My gears are adjust. My steam is built. Soon I will spill that blue water and split the egg, the atom, my soul, and there will be a very great burning that we might make the world clean. Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
It's really obnoxious to watch myself play and, like, look around and do stuff like that wibbly-wobbly bit with the Q and E buttons. Without any sort of commentary. Because then at least at least when you say something about that, at least if you say something while you're doing that shit, it has... In my dreams, I walk with my children. I walk tunnels where no human has trod before, I'm sure of that. It is just me and him now. Frost forms on my coat sleeves, but deathly still in the freezing air tell me I'm close. Vacuum eviscerators.
Why did you take my children? I, Mandus. Of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned for a filicide. Everything's lost.
So, for those of you who do not know what filicide means, Philus is Latin, it means son, and filii, with 2 I, means sons. It's the plural, basically. So, what he says, he's guilty of son murder. He could also have said child murder, which would have been a little bit less specific to one gender, but I guess he only had 2 sons, so this is more or less correct. I don't know if there's actually a term for the murder of your own daughters. Oh wait, was Phyllis actually? Yeah, I think it was. Was it son or was it child? I think it might have been son and child. I haven't had Latin in a long time. I keep forgetting. I just forgot a lot of stuff about it. I forgot more about Latin than you guys are ever going to know. Oh, my fucking throat is killing me. Oh yeah, there I noticed the blood on the ground and I said disgusting. And here comment how there's this part that I really hate. That part is not something I enjoy. This is actually quite haunting without my commentary. Just watching the guy play and everything's silent. Okay, there's this weird glowing pig abomination. And basically what you're trying to do is there are these two consoles with the levers. Levers. And all you have to do is activate both levers because that thing cannot survive in the light. As you can see, it took a hit out of me, but it died, so it couldn't kill me. And I think that's already the end of... That should be the end of that chapter. First of all, I test out all the surrounding bits, if I can go through there. Manda's Processing Company. Door. Another brief loading screen. And we reach the tower. Oh, come on, just walk. Walk, you twat. I think I was explaining something at that point, but fuck if I remember what I was saying.
Only to save you. Only to spare you. I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its loan. Oh, my children. My children. What have I done? What have I become? I will put it right, my darlings. All of my wrongs will be righted. All of my sins washed clean.
Memories, they surface like bloated bodies rising to the scum of the flames. I looked at them covered in the blood of their dead mother, little piglets squalling in their swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with a great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point, did my soul split, creating him? Was this the egg of my soul, the moment the great clock began to tick? Is the only path to redemption to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take that madman to my heart once more, and forgive him, and myself as well. And then I threw off the teddy bear, because screw you, teddy bear.
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
Also, that sound you probably must have heard a few seconds ago was a pack of jelly beans falling from my desk. Jelly beans are disgusting. Mandus is alone. I search for instruction, for advice, for help in my goals, but in return the system mocks me. Simpleton, it says. You must find your own answers now. So, that is a very interesting journal Mandus wrote there, because for the entirety of the game, he's been relying on guidance from the machine or his memories.
Put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
Right, bullet and gas. Oh yeah, right. This is another part I do not enjoy. It's a chase scene, and there's another one of those pig abominations. But yeah, about the journal. For the entirety of the game, Mandus had guidance. He had at first he had lost his memories, and then the machine was guiding him along to reawaken the process of creating these man-pigs and destroying the world, setting it aflame and purifying it in the process. There's this heart in the middle of the tower, and going near it makes everything really slow, which signifies its importance. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. And after he finally released that machine, he had parts of his memories come back, and then he realized that he had to sabotage the machine once again. That he had to return to its heart and to stop it all once and for all. And now he's here in this thing, and he doesn't quite actually remember this bit. He doesn't know what's going to happen to him, and he's just got to find out. He's got to find his own way to stop all of this. Oh, god damn it. I really have to get rid of that habit of waving around the mouse whenever I talk. Because this is a thing I do in real life. I talk a lot with my hands. When I talk, I gesture a lot with my hands. And I guess when I'm recording and I'm talking to you guys, what I do is
I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
So what I do here is, you can't see my hands. Even if I had a face cam, you wouldn't be able to see my hands. Because obviously I would need them to play. And so what I do instead is that I wave the mouse around to emphasize what I say. And watching this after everything,
you know you are with me. You created to save the world.
it's a really annoying habit.
I am your friend.
You're not my friend. You're just a random naked dude in a metal coffin. Seriously, I don't even know who that is. I mean, the machine is just a figment of his mind. And Mandus is standing there quite clearly, so... Oh yeah, also... This last bit takes a while because Mandus can't run in the Shadow Realm!
We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives.
You're stupid.
Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them.
So there are a bunch of weird alcoves with like tiny bits of level design from the levels you cleared, and in each and every one of them are your children.
Everything we have done to avert this coming
Quite weird.
You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
So I have a theory regarding this corridor, because you see it shows various parts of the journey along this way, and it also shows, and you stand on a conveyor belt like a pig going through a processing machine. So basically it means that the machine is your final goal. The machine is the final state of existence that you wish to reach. It's the end of your journey and everything. And this corridor symbolizes your journey once again. It shows you all the different stages of processing that you've gone through. And you clearly only had one path to go.
I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into fame. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent, The innocent Manders trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Manders. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
I fucking love that final monologue. I mean, it's all just so perfect. It has this dark prophecy, and the music is really haunting. And it's just digging into your soul, and it's like it's opening these questions.
Please,
like
slow. For your children.
What if a machine doesn't actually just want to preserve itself? What if it actually is the only way to cleanse the world? What if it's right? What if by destroying this, we enable that dark future to become reality? So, at this point, I've been pointing out that there is actually a alternate ending to A Machine for Pigs, where you can either push the button or not. Later this proves to be false, but for now we just sit here and we're going to push the button. Right now. A short moment of load up, and then the thing rips into your heart. I know it looked like it was about the height of your face, but it rips into your heart. Trust me, hits me hard. And here comes the epilogue.
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
So that final sentence actually ties in with my theory that destroying the machine actually enabled his prophecy to become true. Which is really interesting. And here comes the credits in just a second. There. Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, was a computer game developed by the Chinese Room and published by Frictional Games. I actually decide to skip the credits in just a second. Because if you want to, I want to give credit where it's due, but if you want to sit through the credits, you can play the game for yourself, or you can just look it up. So that's the end. There's another brief loading screen, and we're back to the main screen. And as I said, someone told me that that the game has an alternate ending. So here I go looking for a save file that brings me back to that final chapter. I find it and I load it up. And we are back over here.
Mandus, listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world.
And now I actually walk all the way back to the machine to attempt triggering the alternate ending. Basically, someone told me that they had seen the game in a live stream, and in the end, they had seen at the end.
Mandus, stop. Think about
You
what
could see Manda's children go to school at the end of the game. And at the end that we just saw, you could see the children walk into the Manda's factory compound and close the door. And the person that told me about this him and I have been talking about the game a little bit, and he's had some questions about the plot and also some slight misinterpretations of it. And I think he might have misinterpreted that final scene, but I'm not quite sure because it's hard to misinterpret that because it's the middle of the night. And I'd say if the children were going to school, they would be. It would be day, and there would be sort of life, and they wouldn't be in the compound. So we're going to sit through that monologue again in a second, and then I'm going to fail triggering the alternate ending if it even exists.
I have stood
knee deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I've seen two brothers fall. I have lain with holy walls and copulated with the autumnal faller. I have dug trenches for refugees. I've murdered dissidents where the ground never falls and starved the masses into faith. A child's shadow burned into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent man trot and bled and gasped and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. You will eat the madness. They will make pigs of you all. And they will bury their snouts into your ribs. And they will eat your hearts. Truly a masterpiece of writing. More spastic twitches as I approach the place and said something. I take a short moment to take a closer look at the machine before doing the final approach.
Please, Mandus, no. For your
children. So I figured that if pushing the button actually starts a sequence where the thing rips out your heart and brings about the first ending, just sitting there and doing nothing would maybe trigger the alternate ending, but I'm going to sit there for maybe a minute, maybe two, and nothing is going to happen. I actually counted the seconds at this point with like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Saying that takes exactly a second. You can hear the thump of his heart, but yeah, nothing is going to happen. Nothing at all. So yeah, I will apologize in advance for failing to deliver. Oh yeah, here I noticed that I'm not actually sitting in the chair. Like the player doesn't have a body. There aren't any arms or legs or even a butt sitting in that chair. So yeah, here I figure fuck it, and I just push the button anyway, and then I stop the game. And I apologize that I do not know how to trigger that other ending, if it even exists. But I hope nonetheless that you enjoyed this series as much as I did. And I'm going to start a new horror game next Saturday, which is going to be amazing. I have not seen any Let's Plays of it on the YouTubes as of yet. Either there's some sort of lawsuit going on that I'm not aware of, that people are not actually allowed to post any content for that game, or people have simply just not noticed it, which is a shame, I think, because the game looks really promising. I have not yet played it because I want to do a blind. And also, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to continue Day 1, Gary's Incident, for Wednesday, because the game is a bit crap. It's pretty bad. I might give it one more chance and see if it ends up entertaining, but yeah. As always, this has been Bloodfencer talking. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I wish you all a good night. Or a good day, or whatever you have.